Investigative journalism is important, and it shines more than ever in the 2015 motion picture Spotlight, directed by Tim McCarthy, with Michael Keaton and Mark Ruffalo headlining. The film focuses on a true story through the eyes of the Spotlight team, a team of 4 investigative journalists at the Boston Globe who set out to prove that different corrupt priests had been molesting children for decades, and the truth had been swept under the rug. The story is a powerful one because the characters face an unspeakable truth that directly exposes an evil that had been present in our world, and it takes into consideration the effects on the people, discovering this truth in a realistic manner. McCarthy certainly had a challenge in effectively presenting a true story in a clear and engaging manner to his audience without simply regurgitating the events of what happened, and he does so excellently. Whenever a movie presents a serious topic or issue, it has to make sure it doesn't lose sight of who the audience is investing in. Sometimes it may focus on the shocking true story and sacrifice great characters, but Spotlight bypasses that pitfall with incredible ingenuity. The screenplay is well-written characters, with arcs that aren't obvious, giving the audience a reason to spend time with the journalist characters of this movie in order to learn more about them and the change coming about in them as they conduct their everyday lives. If subpar actors fill this cast, the writing behind the scenes wouldn't matter much, as the material would fall flat. However, a great ensemble of actors bring to life the characters with Michael Keaton at the forefront. Keaton is certainly known for his comedy and drama chops, and best known for playing a certain bat, yet you forget all the other roles you've seen him in when you watch him perform in Spotlight, as he transforms himself into an ordinary yet extraordinary, hard-working, crack journalist by the name of Walter Robinson, who heads the Spotlight investigative team. Keaton has great chemistry with his co-stars, as everyone adds something to the story and enhances it. Mark Ruffalo was born to play Mike Resendez, a journalist who is quite the quirky character with his deceiving, laid-back yet really hard-working nature and excellent natural comedic sensibility. Interestingly, Resendez appears at first to be a surface-level yet charming character. However, for the events of the film, he's allowed to do his job. You see a change in him on a personal level that effectively ties into the thematic nature of the picture itself. Rounding off the team of journalists is Rachel McAdams as Sasha Pfeiffer, who captures the spirit of a relentless female journalist firmly entrenched in her own life, and Brian D'Arcy James as Matt Curl, a studious family man journalist with a heart for his work. The inherent chemistry within the cast is so great because it helps to make clear to the audience the importance of the issue of the child molestations by corrupt priests within the church, while allowing for interesting and engaging character dynamics and evolutions. As Spotlight investigates the child molestations, it strikes all the teams to their core. McCarthy doesn't resort to over-the-top dramatic antics to put the characters into quarrelsome debates with each other, but rather allows the plot and tension and character arcs build and build till the height of the drama with the climax. The nature of the story comes to the characters with a revelation that this story is so big that people couldn't have known about it, and there's only one explanation, which is that people did know about it and chose to look the other way. This story point directly builds an emotional arc for Keaton's character, Robinson, as he realizes that in his seasoned career, that whether he was cognizant of the truth or not, he was aware of these occurrences and dismissed the notion still. The emotional plotline is reliant on Robinson's friendship with Jim Sullivan, who is played with great talent by Jamie Sheridan. The parallels between truths of right and wrong and denial play out well and drive his picture into a fantastic territory. The other members of the Spotlight team deal with pressing personal convictions as their investigation leads to the ugly truth. This is so prominent as Resendez is conflicted over troubles with his faith and is faced with corruption in the world. The family man Carol finds the story hitting very close to home literally, and McAdams' character Sasha is faced with a personal, fundamental relationship and conflict with the story. Beyond the investigative Spotlight team, the overseer of the team, Ben Bradley Jr., played by John Slattery, helps to bring objectivity to the team's personal crisis and self-evaluation during this time. Perhaps the catalyst behind the whole story that drove all these ordinary characters to face realities they weren't taking the courage before to face is the newly appointed editor of the Boston Globe, Marty Barron, played by Lee Schreiber. Barron is a very low-key guy, but one who, to quote another character in the movie, is a decent fellow, and one who has a vision for important, relevant stories to his readership. In a way, Barron's readership in this picture, the citizenship of Boston, is in fact psychologically the audience, and it works perfectly. How the importance of the message this picture is something about a terrible truth, about corruption through character explorations, the photographer manages to capture a really special tone. The tone is ultra serious, however that doesn't mean that is the nature of the characters. On the contrast, the characters are quirky and funny, and plenty of comedic relief makes its way into this picture. This is important because as the ominous, edgy tone necessary for this picture to effectively capture the horror of the ugly truth that the journalists discover, this implemented tension needs to be offset by joy. A movie that doesn't let up at all in the harsh environment and its tone runs the risk of losing its connection to its audience, but by bringing in fun quirks from the characters, necessary tension relief is built in, and a more natural human take is applied. The necessary, specific cinematic nature of this picture elevates it to a place of prominence in the media world. Corruption amongst the trusted source of the church is exposed, and that places this Michael Keaton film into a place of relevance in cinematic history forever. The truth explored that corruption is ever present is one that's important and shouldn't be forgotten. If one interpreted the message of this picture of being one saying that the church shouldn't be trusted, I would say they would be wrong. On the contrary, the Bible speaks of corruption amongst officials, people of esteemed position in the world, and the evils they undertake in. If anything, people should walk away from this picture with their guard strengthened and their eyes to faith in God. Spotlight is a cinematic masterpiece which I truly believe deserves the spotlight in my mind, and I am assigning this drama a score of a 9 out of 10.